Well, hello everybody, Spectacular, the Silver Stacular is here. I have a bank sealed roll of 1986 Mexican Libertads. And I really want to see what kind of coins I have in here. They should all be at least brilliant uncirculated. When I say at least, I mean there are some that's going to be a little bit more special than that. And it's probably going to be the end of the roll. So usually the top and the bottom have a little bit more coloration. And you can have those coins graded, and they look fantastic in a holder and tend to have a pretty significant premium. Alongside of all the other coins in here, although they're not generally going to have that coloration to them, they still will have a significant premium, being a highly loved collector's coin in the Mexican Libertad. They tend to be pretty priced, pretty well priced, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and just carefully make this little incision right here underneath the tape from the bank. I'm going to do a better job than what I just tried to do right there. There we go. Because there actually is a little protective piece of plastic that goes on top of the coins in the roll. And it's hard to tell that it's there, but it should be there if it truly is a sealed roll from the Mexican bank or the Bank of Mexico. So if I go ahead and peel this back, you can see what looks like just a coin, but there's actually a plastic, kind of like a circular plastic piece on top of that coin. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of peel that, or maybe pull that off a little bit, that plastic piece. Let me see if I can get it right here safely. Hold on. Trying here, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, there we go. And there it is. All right, so as you can see, the plastic piece right here came off nicely with that tape. So that protects that first coin. And you can see that right here, this coin tends to have a little coloration on whatever side had kind of the air to it. So you can see on this side right here, which was on the opening side, you can see the coloration around the edge there, the rim of the coin. So beautiful, subtle coloration right there on what is considered the front of the coin. Actually, this is the obverse of the Mexican Libertad, where this is actually considered the reverse. I know. Most of us would say this right here is the front, but not in Mexico, apparently. That's fine. That's fine. So these are so far all very nice looking. Let's see this one right here. This came a couple coins down and looks great. Now, these coins right here, because I guess just the minting process, you hardly ever find a perfect MS-70 coin. It's generally going to be something around the 65 mark or so. You can see a little spot right here. But still, it's a stunningly beautiful coin. Definitely a fan favorite. The thickness of them, people love that. They love how there's actually edge writing on it. They love the symbolism of the eagle just grabbing the snake by the neck right there. And there's a naked lady on one side too. You know, the winged victory right here. And people enjoy that iconic imagery right there. And bada bang. What can I say? It's got everything to love on it. I want to keep on getting through and see what the rest of the roll looks like. And especially that last piece right there, which should again have some coloration on there. I'm going to carefully put this way on the table. And we're going to lift up. And again, that end piece should have a piece of plastic. So if I go ahead and touch my finger straight onto the coin like this, it should still be fine, because it will have a plastic piece. Doesn't seem like it, but there is a plastic piece right, trying to get it off carefully, right there. And that's a great little feature right there when you're going to do a roll of coins. So, you know, bravo to the Mexican Mint for doing that. So those plastic pieces are off. I want to look at this ender real quick. Great coloration on it. Fantastic. Almost has like some fingerprint kind of coloration or fingerprint markings right there that kind of looks cool with the way it's toned. I'm not going to lie, that's kind of neat. So there it is, a nice crisp Mexican Libertad. Brilliant uncirculated, coming out of a fresh roll. These rolls right here, the price is all over the place on these. I'm going to put these two enders right over here because they'll tend to have a little bit more of a premium. But the price is all over on these right here. You can probably buy the individual coins for around $50 to $60 each. Sometimes you're lucky to get them around the $40 mark, which is fine either way. You know, we like discounts here, whatever you can get it for. But The whole roll tends to go for between like $7.50 to $8.50. There's about that much of a gap right there, and where you can find them and how much they go for, and I guess just depending on what's out there. So there is a nice significant premium just on the unopened roll. So if you ever find one of these out in the wild, I would definitely jump on it. One of my biggest regrets one time is I went to a pawn shop and I was asking for gold or silver bullion, and they said, "Hey, we have some Mexican Libertads in a sealed roll." And this was after I'd already bought some other things, right? And I'm the kind of person that once I commit to buy something, like, I'm already buying it. So I didn't bring enough money with me. And I was like, I don't have enough money right now. I'll come back. And rather than just going to the bank and getting more money and coming back to that pawn shop, I was like, yeah, I'll come back in a couple days. It'll be fine. It's not a big deal. And guess what happened? It was gone. This is a super nice one. I'm looking at this one right here. It's really, really nice. Very, very light markings, if there are any, on the actual fields of the coin itself. That is a pretty Mexican Libertad. I would imagine this one right here would, do pretty well grading. The strike looks really, really strong on her. Look at that side. The obverse just looks fantastic. A little kind of mark right there. And these are not like somebody damaged the coin. These are just like from, rolling around slightly during the minting process. Happens all the time. This coin is meant to be used, right? I mean, that's the purpose of it. Fantastic looking piece right there. I might put that to the side. Let's keep going though. A little fingerprinting on this one, so whoever decided to put this into the roll, I guess, maybe they're not using machines. It looks like some fingerprints right there, doesn't it? Right there on the top part. How crazy is that you can go one coin down in the roll and it looks just completely different? In fact, let's put this one up next to that one that I just mentioned. And those are not my fingerprints. Those are somebody else's, right? Somebody over in Mexico, apparently. Look how different. Wild. This is why it's important to show every single one off. People probably already tuned out and they're like, okay, I've seen, one, now I've seen them all, basically. No, that's not how it works with these Mexican Libertads. Another beautiful one right here. The strike on this one is gorgeous. Absolutely phenomenal strike here. Oh, whew. That's a pretty coin. A little spotting here by my fingernail, as you can see. You see right there, if I turn it, you can see the little spot. I'm not sure what that would be. It doesn't seem like it's a normal milk spot. It seems a little bit more thick than that. Huh. Very interesting. Put that there. Beautiful. Has a similar coin flip to the American coinage. As you can see, if I flip the coin like this, it flips the same way as US coinage does. The United States kind of got a lot of their ideas for coinage, and I would say a lot of, probably generally most of them early on, from the Mexican coinage out there. So the Spanish coinage definitely influenced American coinage, for sure. So this is not something that Mexico robbed from us by any means. Beautiful. Spain was a giant influence on the world. And that's why so many different countries have some form of Spanish, because Spain was just everywhere. I have that theory that if it wasn't for all the hurricanes and Mother Nature, Spain would be ruling the world in every way right now. But, I guess Mother Nature and God had a different plan, huh? All those hurricanes really, really hurt the Spanish economy and caused them to take a step back. Take a step back in the timeline of who's in the world. Very, very pretty. Look at that. Look at that double lightsaber effect. These are pretty coins. If you are not a collector of Mexican Libertads, what are you waiting for? I know they have a high premium. Get yourself a couple just to check them out. Stack them up. Look how cool that looks when they're stacked like that. Look at all the edge writing just stacking up and looking beautiful like that with that mirror kind of effect. So I would say that out of that roll, everyone looks great. This right here was probably my favorite, and it's just such a subtle difference. This one right here being a favorite from another one in here, but to me, that's kind of like the overall winner in the just brightness and beautiful category. These enders right here are quite stunning, and I'll show you those one more time. You can see the toning again. I really like this one right here on the right. In spite of the fingerprinting, it still looks great. For some reason, I don't know how to explain it. That fingerprinting just looks interesting on the actual coin. So, bada bang. Some people might not think that way. They might, oh, you know, the fingerprint just totally distracts you, but I like it. I want to flip it real quick and show you how this side was not getting any toning. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you can see that this side right here didn't have all the air coming right over top of it. And so any kind of sulfur or other elements in the air that would cause that silver to tone wasn't quite hitting it. So very interesting. And I've mentioned this before, and I've actually showed this particular piece off on my channel before, but I'll show it one more time. When it comes to the toning process, I will show you what had happened when I left a coin out on my desk right here. So I have these two pieces on my desk, and one has been on top of the other. You can see this Canadian coin on top of this other. I think it's a silver round right here. But look what happened to this right here. And again, they were just sitting flat on top of my desk, and they were sitting just like this. Isn't that wild? So you can see what happens when air is not actually hitting a spot. It just does not tone. So how crazy, huh? So I'm gonna leave it back there. It's a great experiment. I've kept these for a long time. I want to keep on holding on to those because it's just so interesting. It's a great talking piece for how the toning process in silver works. But anyways, I got to go for now. I appreciate you for watching. I think it's fun to open these up once in a while. Does it hurt the value to open them up? No, it can actually help the value because selling the coins individually can net you a little bit more money. But of course, it is more work. It can be. But, you know, selling the roll sealed is also a great investment too if you can get them for a decent price. And then holding it from long term seems to be a great idea too. These have really gone up in value in the last few years. So keep on getting the Mexican Libertads. They are a fan favorite, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Spegtacular is out. Well, hello everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular. You know, when I was a kid, we did this every day in school, and I believe we need to bring this back a little bit, and I'm going to start right now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.